It's episode 144. That was my long drawn out intro. Sorry for the coughing. I just got through eating and I made some extra hot chicken. Made my own dry rub, like a southern barbecue dry rub, and it's still burning my mouth, so it's caused a little bit of problems. I'm going to have to drink a beer and wash it down. But that said, it is episode 144, and this episode was a first fully hosted episode in a long time. The flop was back. She's not leaving me after all, which is good news for me and my daughters. We won't be a broken home, so that's good. But this episode, we go all over the place, which is pretty cool, too. Another one of those random episodes like we used to be all the time. I like to thank... some stuff I forgot to mention. One, Jetpack 7. It's a third-party RPG supplier. They make modules and supplement books and stuff like that. I kickstarted one of them and a few months back, about a year ago almost, and I got a free book, and then the Kickstarter book came out, and it has a special thanks to the Kickstarters in it, and it says Jeremy Bohannon right there across it, which is awesome. So I'm giving them a shout out. I'll even link them on the description on the Facebooks and the Twitter and all that stuff, because that's pretty cool. Good for them. Other than that, the thing we forgot to talk about too is Bender got in his first Twitter feud, which was fun to read if you were me, and it was all about politics. Go figure. But all that said, let's just forget everything else. Just know that we still have the super awesome sponsor, Beer Sauce Shop. We're going to head back up there sometime too, and we talk about it on this episode. We go there, beat us there, and go take advantage of one of their 500 individual craft beers. 250, it's more like 2,050 individual sauces, rubs, flavorings, and then 25 plus whiskeys, rums, bourbons, things like that, whiskey, bourbon, whatever. They just got everything you need to grill and to drink. It's all right there under one roof. It can all be purchased individually instead of by the 6, 12, or 24 pack. So if you don't like it, you're good. You didn't buy that many. So go check them out. 318 Mid-Rivers Mall Drive. That's my boys at the Beer Sauce Shop. Also, yeah, just still hit up Alex. Our promo code's kind of expired. It's RAPCAST15. But, if you do need a bomber jacket to keep your beer colder longer in a stylish and pretty kick-ass way, then he's the man. www.mybomberjackets.com. War on Warm, at War on Warm on the Twitters, Instagrams, and all that stuff. And hashtag beer cleavage. Check it out. You'll know what I'm talking about. All right, so that's that. The episode's about to play, and the bomb is about to go off. Boom.
Silver Dollar City, they had like the little interactive map.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to go, like it's like, you could fucking Google Maps yourself there. It was awesome.
Oh. Malls have that. Every time you go in a mall, it says, would you like the map of the mall?
No, I did not know.
It pops up on your
Kohl's
phone
does
all the
that.
time.
Something similar. As soon as you walk into a Kohl's, it does that.
I think it's probably because I don't go to malls anymore.
Who does?
You don't have teenage girls. You will. If there's malls around, she'll want to go.
Did you guys ever cruise the malls back in the day?
I did.
was
Every
the place to
Friday
be,
and or
man.
Saturday, yeah.
For us, though,
Northwest Plaza?
Yeah, and the tilt downstairs.
Did you ride the elevator and make out with chicks? I mean, dudes?
Well, no, I never made out with any chicks. And no, I just told you I made out for the first time late freshman year. So no,
That doesn't matter.
I did not make out with people.
We used to ride the elevator and make out with girls. It was fun.
Huh.
Nice.
On the elevator.
What elevator?
The elevator that went from Tilt to the movie theater on the second floor?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I used to go to roller skating rinks and do a little east side, west side.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
I did
Saints.
roller rinks, yeah, Saints.
We didn't have any of that
middle
stuff.
School.
In small town southeast Missouri, we didn't have any of that stuff. What we did have was teen night once a month at the Big Book
We
Club
also
where
had
my mom
that.
bartended.
We had YMCA used to be on Midland.
Did you guys ever do dare dances? I never did those.
No, man.
I don't think they had those.
There wasn't a thing for us.
Drug enforcement?
Yeah.
Stuff?
They knew my family. I wasn't allowed in.
Like, this guy's slinging for sure.
Yeah.
We didn't have dare programs.
I mean, we had dare, but I don't remember there being a dance.
No, there was definitely no dance for us.
No, we didn't have a dare dance.
But then, like, all of a sudden there was. Like, a couple years, my brother and sister went to dare dances, and I was like,
how'd that work out for them?
I feel like that's where they started their issues.
We had a cotillion.
What the hell's that?
That's like a fancy word for fucking dances. Uppity son
I
of
thought
a
it was like an
bitch.
actual
God damn
dance,
it.
and I thought about it, and I'm like,
Every
oh,
time
okay.
you think he's a regular dude, he pulls out that uppity white kid bullshit.
I was like, what is this, like, so...
You're all jealous because you don't know how to foxtrot.
It's true.
Oh.
I don't know anymore.
Is that how you trapped Kelly? I know how to foxtrot. And she's like, woo.
She goes, somebody has to pay attention to this miserable bastard. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Now that we
I
wasted
just
all the good
assumed-
talks on
Yeah.
it.
Cold open.
We've done it. I did it the last 2 episodes, so right now I will say we are back, and this is. I even put this. This week's episode is not only late, but who knows how many hosts will be on.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, it was a pleasant surprise. My wife doesn't want to leave me after all. She's back on the
Talk
podcast.
about me at some other point.
Yeah, I said my wife is out of town on a girls' trip, and this marks the 8th week she's not on the podcast. Clearly, the signs are pointing that we're getting a divorce.
Well, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And then I thought, like, maybe you just were done with the podcast because I'm texting last week and nobody's really answering
We're all
back.
answered. We all
You
answered.
did not answer like 3 times.
No,
For like an hour.
And then you asked 3 days
Well,
in
I
a row.
am a needy bitch, okay? Answer that shit right away.
And then you go,
Literally.
are we doing it Sunday? Are we doing it today? I said, no, Sunday, like we said. And then
I
Sunday rolls
must have
around.
missed that.
And then,
text.
And he goes, I didn't think we were doing it. You're the one that asked.
I must have missed that one or it didn't come through because I did not get one confirming Sunday.
I think you're a liar.
I'm not a liar.
I think
I have a lot of things going on.
you are one of the most honest, good friends that I know. But about the podcast,
thanks, buddy.
on that text thread, you are lying.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
you probably already deleted all.
yeah. Selective
I
deleting.
gotta cover my tracks.
Yeah.
If you're going to
Yeah,
lie,
wow,
you
I
might as well
could-
be good at covering it up. So every one of the voices you hear would be starting to my left, my lovely wife, the flop. Right across from me would be the always lying about text messages, John Bender.
Yep.
And last and certainly the least in height would be the Silver Badger.
What's up, party people?
Oh, that was clever. I liked that.
We are back for
Do you
episode
have
1.
pillows in your shirt? Your chest looks very pillowy. Look at it.
is
I'm
that
sorry, I didn't mean to
God.
interrupt, but it's like
Oh my God!
cushy looking. Do you have a
mean,
padded
oh
bra
my
on
God.
over there? Or what's going on?
Here we go. Here we
Great
go.
pecs.
Holy
I
shit!
didn't mean to
Jeez,
interrupt. you.
Jeremy,
I was looking. I was like,
Keep your wife on your side of the table, please.
He's got some Charmin in there.
It's
or
weird.
something.
It's weird that Missy actually says out loud when we hear her and I are talking about things around the podcast. She's like, "You can't bring that up around Bender because that narcissistic asshole."
Yeah.
But here she does.
Like,
Throw
literally, my head just hit the ceiling.
Yeah.
throws jet fuel on it. Oh my God!
It literally looked like Sherman was in his shirt. You know, like he was in middle school. A middle school
She
girl.
reached out. Squeak, squeak, squeak,
Yeah.
squeak.
No,
You cut
it's
the
all-
tension in here
it's
with a
all real.
knife.
Hey, it's been a long time since Missy's been on, and it's been a week in between an extra week in between episodes, and we've had Tom missing for a while. So let's play some
was?
quick catch up. You had your grandfather's funeral.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Going back before we do that.
Oh boy.
I have. Usually you two are so chatty. And then you said, text something about Missy constantly ignores us, so the statement holds no water. And then I
Yeah.
said, I thought you were arrested by the feds for voting twice. And then you said, why, Jeremy, she said, why, Jeremy, you're the one talking about voting twice. And then you said, I might have multiple something or another. And then there's nothing about Wednesday. Or Sunday, I mean.
Yeah.
And then I got a text that says, anytime at 4:30.
You said, you even left your own. Did you guys cast this week, or are we going to try this weekend? Was the
Yeah, but
next?
then it was radio silence for 3 days.
You can see on his screen. It's nothing but
He
green.
deleted that.
I did not.
It said, sorry, bro, or Sunday, bro. See, but even then,
I really
see
didn't-
yesterday's text. Go back to the day before.
I must have to.
No, go back up to Thursday.
This makes riveting podcasting
I have
right
to-
here,
I have
too,
to
guys.
pass
I'm just saying.
No, but go here.
I got that one.
And it says, I'm thinking Sunday. Could probably do that. And then you say nothing. So it's your radio silence. That's what's the issue.
No, I think it's a combination of both of us.
It
Neither
seems
one
like
of us
the
are
worm
wrong.
has turned.
I like how, in order to get out of it, he said, neither one of us are wrong.
Yeah.
So what's everybody been up to since we've been
Uh,
gone? And I know Missy's been up to something, so I'm going to let her lead off.
When
do you
sitting
mean
on
I've
a
been-
pillow, I mean,
God
does
damn.
that have a story?
No one knew, or no one has heard about your Nashville trip yet.
Oh, it was a blast. It was a
Did you wear a
girls' trip.
penis hat?
There was a bee
Did I wear a
laugh.
penis hat? No, there was no. It wasn't a bachelorette party. It was just
Oh,
a,
okay.
Just
Yeah,
get out
girls'
of
trip.
town?
Nice.
chick's trip.
Well, that's
A
nice.
Shiksa trip.
So there were 13 bitches on this trip.
Wow. Well, there you go. So much for you, Katie.
Is that okay for you to say?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Katie's
You
a
can't
friend,
say it.
too.
Were any of them single and ready to mingle?
A couple of them, yeah, and they were on the prowl.
Were any of them
Oh.
not single, but still ready to
They were
mingle?
young, dumb, and full
Yeah,
of
there was a
drama.
couple on. There were a couple that were in a relationship and being hoey.
Oh.
There was a lot of drama the last night, but it was good overall. It was a good
So-
trip.
Did you all sleep in the same room, like share like one big room type thing?
There was 13 people, so we shared 3 rooms.
Oh wow.
So there was Katie and I, and then
Scissored up in one bed.
two other best friends.
wasn't
in the
going
other
there,
bed.
but-
It's not a real thing anyway. Lesbians don't do that.
Have you guys ever been to Nashville?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a blast.
I
Great time.
loved it. I told Jeremy, I said Chicago is now my second favorite city.
Oh,
Nashville
really?
is number one.
I have that reversed, but those are my
so
two
much
favorites.
for St. Louis in that equation?
I mean, to visit. I mean, I just
okay.
felt like, I told Jeremy, I
Shit
felt like
on
it was
everybody, didn't I?
electric. Like,
Yeah.
just every bar is, you can hear all the music, and they're
Yeah.
all playing different music.
I think
and
she
like-
each-
said,
You
it's
walk in
electric.
and out everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think even
I
like
got to move.
even the homeless people play music. You know, it's pretty cool.
No, I didn't see any homeless people playing music. They were
Must
just
have
being
been grooved down there.
He turned wrong.
What was
Wow.
the biggest?
Those are called sirens, and they're trying to trap you.
The biggest stupid thing about the whole trip was we had to Uber back and forth
Yeah.
to the hotel, which was not bad, except for when you're trying to leave
Yeah, everybody's doing
at
it.
night.
But tell them about
We had to
Super Uber.
walk like off the beaten path to try and get an Uber.
Who did it? Did you lose anybody in like a murder
Oh,
type
some
situation?
bitch. So there was a girl there.
So an
She
extreme
was,
trip.
Yeah.
I feel like we would have heard of this.
So there was a group of four
Man, it's the
chicks
most deadliest game.
that were together, and they didn't want to have anything to do with the rest of us. But two of the girls, one girl said, "Go fuck yourself," and walked away. And this girl her phone was dead. She had no one else with her. And we were all wearing matching shirts this night. And a guy that saw us, the bigger group, in a different bar, walked this girl crying to us from
Ugh.
down the road.
That's a true
And he
humanitarian.
said,
That is
Yeah.
a nice guy.
he said, "I found your friends," which friends was a loose term because she was a part of the group that didn't want to have
Be
anything-
honest, she sucked.
Yeah.
Well, now,
Well,
was she one of the ones on the prowl?
No, she was engaged. This was like her bachelorette party, but
To
no
some
one knew
lucky
about
guy.
it because that was
Wait, didn't I just ask if this was a bachelorette party?
Well, that
no,
wasn't
no.
the
We
plan.
didn't know about
Oh,
it. That
so-
was their plan. That was that group of four's plan. So
Fun.
First thing,
Oh, and we
first
rode
thing
a
you do
Tesla.
when you have a bachelor,
Oh, really?
yeah, she will tell you about it. But first thing rule of having a bachelor or bachelorette party, regardless of if you're friends or not, you let everybody know that, so you
Yeah.
pay for nothing.
By the
Yeah.
way, I've never heard of a bachelorette party that didn't have at some point drama.
Yeah, me either.
Oh, you get 14, 13 girls together, you got nothing but drama.
I think if any girls' night out probably
You
has
get-
some sort of
you
drama.
get
no
a
matter what.
girl out, drama's happening.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So one of the Ubers that we called, there was 6 of us riding, and this tiny little car came rolling up, and we're like, "That's not fitting 6 of us." And it was a Tesla, and the doors open like up towards the sky.
like
Back
It was
to
a
the
Model
Future car?
X. Yeah, it was a Model X. And then he pressed the button, and the middle seat went bzzz, scooted forward, and two
Did he
people
go,
sat back.
Missy, we gotta get you back to 1985.
A hologram
It's
of
your kids, Missy.
a hologram of Elon Musk says, "I hope you're comfortable in my car."
Yeah.
It was a pimp ride for sure.
Pimp ride. A pimp
But then
Tesla.
he dropped us out. He dropped us off in an alley, so no one could see that we were getting out of this.
Oh.
bomb
Now,
ass
most
car.
pimp rides are usually like an 85 Cutlass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our Honda Civic that has been tricked out.
Yeah.
but it was good.
Overall, solid trip. How many out of a 6-pack?
Oh, I would give it for me a 6.
The city is 6, but the trip.
Oh, the trip itself probably a 4.5.
Is 13 too many?
13.
People.
Ladies.
Yes.
People in general.
Oh, yeah.
Like a 6-pack would be pretty good.
Oh, they're in here.
Like a good sixer.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, how about you, Mr. Bender? What you been up to? You just missed 1 week, so together.
I feel like it's been longer, but I don't know. Maybe because I don't leave my house anymore because I'm
Yeah.
on super baby watch. So
Yeah. You bailed on an episode. It's been 2 weeks for
Yeah.
you because you bailed on an episode.
I feel like every time I had something to do, my wife's like, "I might be going into labor," and then she's not. I'm like, "This is
so he waited
bullshit."
for her to go to bed, and then she called him a while ago to say, "Hey, you're not in the house. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
at the podcast. Are you drunk?"
Yeah,
That's how that conversation happened.
No, nothing much. Just cleaning up, doing stuff around the house, waiting for this damn baby to show up.
Are you nesting too?
No.
Or
God,
she's
no.
you,
She's trying to
you
fly the
have the
nest.
honeydew list. She's nesting, and you have that honeydew list.
Yeah, like she keeps coming up with shit to do. Like,
Are you
I
handy?
think we do like fucking
No.
laundry every day. I'm pretty handy. I can do stuff.
Hey, remember you told us about hanging a shelf that didn't work out?
The shelf's fine. Which one? I've learned from then.
Oh, yeah, okay. So
My
shelf
dog
one.
ate a corner of my house. I fixed that.
Whoa.
Put on some.
New dog or old dog?
No, the new dog. My
For
old
real?
dog is a good dog.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. The old dogs are always the good
Like
dogs.
the new dog, I'm about to shoot into the fucking sun.
This is 0.
I mean, I love it.
What about you, Tommy the Tank Engine?
Well, I had the funeral thing.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Buried
Yeah.
a grandpa.
Yeah. Tell you what, not dry in the house. In the house when we walked into Bagpipes, Amazing Grace.
Oh, you
That-
can't. That's tough
yeah.
to beat.
That's a
You,
tough
you,
one.
Classy
you had
stuff.
you had a William Wallace funeral. You went Braveheart.
That was pretty good. Yeah, that was.
How hard
Outlaw-
was it for you to
outlaw-
not yell freedom?
Hey, Did
Not
somebody
hard at all.
look at you and go? Did Teddy look at you and go, "What's that, Dad?" And you go, "Outlaw pipes or outlaw tunes on outlaw pipes."
No, the kids. I didn't bring the kids.
Oh yeah, that
No.
was even better. You got drunk.
Oh, dude, I was the drunk person on funeral night.
Oh, that happened.
Well, we get to the reception right afterwards, and I go straight to the Jameson. And my dad's like, "Really?" I'm like, "No kids."
No
When
kids.
in
There you go.
Rome.
Yeah.
Was your mom there too?
Oh yeah, she got mad.
Oh, that's right, because it was
Oh,
your
I got
mom's
sauce.
father.
Oh yeah, you and your mom were already like feuding a little going into it.
Oh, there's a little bit of a loggerhead situation, but no, we
Yeah.
made peace.
It was the perfect storm, culmination.
Did you get drunk with your mom and now you have a newfound respect for her?
No, I actually wanted to get more drunk with my mom, and she dropped me off at a random bar that luckily everybody else showed up at.
Oh, my
I got kicked out
God.
of the car. That's how sloppy I was.
Maybe there was a plan that you didn't know that everybody was going to that bar.
I think that's actually what ended up
That
happening.
probably makes more sense. That's
At the
too much
time,
of
I
a
was
coincidence.
Like, I'm getting left here.
Yeah.
On a happier note, I was not able to make Sunday's episode because I went to the PGA Championship in the last second.
I went, and we're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
We're
I
going to
did
make that
not
one of the
go.
topics.
Gotcha.
And I got to be honest, I didn't want to go.
Well, we'll talk
that.
about it here in a little bit. I guess
talk
Just
about it now.
saying.
I guess outside of that, for us, I think the biggest thing of the week is back to school for kids, right? Everybody's back to school.
Back to our
Yeah.
school.
That means
Back to school.
so if you're Bender, Missy, and myself, that's excitement because our kids are back out of the house. If you're Tom, that's exciting because his wife is now out of the house.
Yeah.
But
He has no comment.
yeah, I know.
Make that money, honey.
Yeah, but it's that I wanted to segue into jump right in because I thought.
By the urge.
Yeah, I thought the best transition for back to school would be talking about Rodney Dangerfield's epic masterpiece, Back to School the movie. Anybody here seen it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Spoiler alert, we might see it again later in the game section.
Oh, well, that's good. Weird. I knew this was going to happen, but has there ever been a better movie about diving? Period.
Has there been
Is
any
there-
other movie about
I think
that?
there
can't
was
even
one
think-
movie about the guy who had AIDS.
Greg Louganis?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
that guy.
And that was
I
made
feel
for
like there was a
TV. I
movie.
believe.
It was
Was that
definitely
a-
made for TV though.
That's not better than
That's
Rodney
not-
Dangerfield.
no, I'm not saying that, but she said that wasn't the question.
Well, that
She
was
said
more
any
of a
other movie.
that was like a not a documentary, but it was based on someone's life. Back to School was not based
no, but
on anything.
that was not the question.
It was-
the question was, is there any other movie? And
I can't even think of
said-
it.
No,
Scene in a
the
movie.
question was, is there a better one?
But then she followed up with another
okay.
question.
Was there another one?
Oh, I
about
don't know.
diving?
But also, I'll pose this question. Is there a better Zapka movie in which he doesn't throw a punch or a kick?
I didn't.
He doesn't throw a punch at Dangerfield's son at all?
No. He's,
okay.
Nope. He's a jerk and an asshole, like he is in all his movies.
Sure.
You think he's super nice in real life?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he sounds it. He sounds really cool on his interviews
So
and
does
stuff.
Tom Hanks, but he's probably like a big
Oh,
douche.
Tom
No,
Hanks.
he's
Hanks
America's
Married
sweetheart.
his father.
Yeah.
And
I am
Wow.
so kidding.
You back that up.
Also, according to QAnon, the Q people, he's also a pedophile.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Oh,
That Q,
yeah.
like the crazy weirdos.
We're
Yeah.
going to talk about that? Let's not talk about
Let's
that.
not talk about
I'm
that.
not talking
I'm
about
just saying
that,
everybody's
no.
pedophile to them.
There
is definitely a Greg Louganis
I asked you
movie.
that. I posed this question then. If you were going to put a six-pack theme of the best school movies, what would your top six-pack of school movies be?
Billy
Well, this
Madison.
kind of makes the game thing a little bit.
Well, you didn't check with me first.
It's fine.
Missy, what's your favorite school movies? Any type of movie
I don't
about
know.
school. You want me to give you my
Like,
list real quick?
I like Summer School.
Oh, Summer School's a good one. Mark
Classic.
Harmon. Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it.
Fuck, I don't know.
I went with my six-pack of Mean Girls,
Okay.
Okay.
Old School,
Solid.
Yep.
Yep.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
Yep.
Dazed and Confused,
Okay.
Sure.
American Pie,
Okay.
and the Dark Horse Monsters University.
Well, you can't forget Clueless.
Well, honorable mention,
think that-
if I would go to a 12-pack, Clueless, Fast Times, and Dead Poet Society would be in there.
Nice. Those are good ones.
You know,
Okay,
what about you, Bender?
I'm gonna go. I guess Billy Madison because that was like.
That's a good one. That's
Now-
school.
You know, if you watch it now, you're like, that's stupid. But when I was coming up in that
Oh,
age, it
come
was
on.
great.
Stop looking at me, Schwan. Is that
I would
it?
agree with. Yeah, that's it.
Is it? Is
that's
Happy
that one.
Gilmore his best and Billy Madison his close best? I like
Big-
Spanglish the best.
Big Daddy's
English is on a
pretty
totally
solid.
different level, though.
Big Daddy's a pretty solid.
Big
movie.
Daddy's good, but I don't think it's Happy Gilmore good.
It's not.
I think Big Daddy's more relatable, though.
Yeah.
I think Billy Madison's the best.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think the thing with Happy Gilmore is, if it wasn't for Shooter McGavin, that movie's not that good.
Oh, Bob
Shooter-
Barker?
No, get
That's
out of
one
here.
scene though.
Oh.
Shooter McGavin makes
Which
that
is
movie.
more quotable? I think it's definitely Happy Gilmore.
You got stop looking
Go
at
to
me,
your
Schwan.
home.
man.
Go to your home.
They're both pretty epically
I think Billy
quotable.
Madison's more quotable.
I think I think I'm with Bender. I think Happy Gilmore.
pregnant.
See, I never would have quoted that.
Congratulations.
I know Penguin. I know. Oh, I see you, Mr. Penguin. Yeah.
I will say the PGA. I did say at least twice. I just saw two fat bikers having sex on 17. How am I supposed to chip with that going on, Dan?
Raise your hand if that's a surprise to you.
No.
Finish up. You got
Old School, solid.
Yep.
I was gonna say American Pie, and then what is that movie? Is it Toy Soldiers? No,
Oh, yeah.
it's not that one. No, it's a different one.
That's a good
though.
one, though.
Where
What
like the
about Carrie?
Russians take over the school.
Oh, Red Dawn.
No, it's not Red Dawn.
Wolverine.
No, that's Red Dawn.
No, there's another one though.
Where Russians take over. Oh,
I
Red
think
Dawn.
it was Toy
remake.
Soldiers or something
Toy
like
Soldiers
that.
Yeah,
Taps.
Toy Soldiers. No, it's
He
Toy
said Red
Soldiers.
Dawn.
Toy
remake?
Soldiers, and then Taps is the other one with
Taps,
Tom Cruise.
Taps is the serious where the kids take over the school.
Yeah.
Toy Soldiers is when the mercenaries take over the school
Yes.
and all the uppity preppy kids
Yeah.
have to
I
take
love
the
that
school
movie.
back. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It's good.
Yeah.
I don't know how many that is, but I don't know.
That's good.
Those.
That's good. What about you? Any that
Nobody
we haven't
said.
mentioned?
Anybody say Breakfast Club?
That was
that's it.
another.
That's
That
it.
would round out my
I'm
12
fucking
pack.
in that movie. Come
You
on.
are in that movie.
You know what I got for Christmas, Claire?
Oh man,
Like a smoke-
up, Johnny. Missy, any that we didn't mention that you can think of?
I said Carrie. Tom
Carrie's
was
a
the
good
only
one.
one that
If
heard
Carrie's
me.
a good one.
If Rachel does not dress up as Molly Ringwald 1 year, sooner or later, I'm going to divorce her.
I don't know
Real
what
quick,
that means.
what's the best high
Like,
school-
He's John
oh.
Bender.
Because I'm
I
John
was like,
Bender.
does she have some sort of fascination
What's the
with
best high
redheads?
school TV
I might have
show?
a thing for redheads.
High school TV show? Oh, it's got to be Degrassi. Drake came from there.
Wait, what?
He was the kid in the wheelchair.
Drake, the rapper, came from
Oh.
the Canadian melodrama
Anything
about
on
school.
Nickelodeon
Degrassi.
was all about
Really?
school.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely Boy Meets World.
No.
Friday Night Lights.
Oh, dude, it's Saturday, or it's Saved by the Bell.
That's why I say
yeah,
Saved by the
that's
Bell.
true,
Yeah, Saved by the Bell's it. I mean, Friday Night Lights. I've still yet to watch it, but I do
Oh,
know it's
it's
acclaimed.
phenomenal.
But it's Saved by the Bell's like that's
It's a little dated.
Does
Well, not a
John
little,
Voight
that's all.
does John Voight make an appearance? Because if he doesn't, I don't want to watch
He
it.
does not.
Sorry, I can't
Sorry.
do it.
when he wasn't even in Friday Night.
You know who
Lights.
does?
Yes, he was.
No, he
he was
wasn't.
in Varsity Blues.
Oh, Varsity Blues, another one we could have put on there.
Taylor Kitsch takes his shirt off a lot.
Oh,
Yummy.
watch
Is that why
that.
you watch it?
Damn
Yum,
right.
yum, 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 yum.
All right, I'll get to my next one before I turn it over to your guys' list. But I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but coming back to the small screen, at least, in another direct release film, Puppet Master, The Littlest Reich. Now, I'm going to tell you why
What?
this is on
The
here. Littlest
what?
I've never
Reich.
seen a Puppet Master
Like
movie.
Third Reich, like
Yeah.
Hitler?
So far, but
Hitler
not
puppets.
counting this movie, there are 12 Puppet Master movies.
Okay.
Originally, they came out from Full Moon Features, which was a B movie horror house. I
They're
loved it.
Pretty
because
solid.
I lived out in the middle of nowhere with Cinemax at an early age.
Yeah.
And I did nothing. And Joe Bob Briggs, Up All Night, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Drive-in theater. And I watched scary movies all the time. I bet I watched the first 6 of them, like, when they were released. Because I was like,
So it's
I got to
like
see
Puppet
them.
Master, like Mega Man, where it's like all these puppets have like little special powers.
Yes. So,
So like, I remember that knife
I'm
hand guy.
I'm going to give you the breakdown of what the movie's about. It's about a group of puppets brought to life by an Egyptian spell, and murder follows. That's it. That's all 12 movies.
I have
Yeah.
never watched any of those movies.
So
They are solid B movies.
it started with 6 original puppets, but there's 26 total puppets throughout the film. Blade, who you thought of, is
the knife hand guy.
He's got little knives that come out of his eyes too. He's the leader.
I thought that was a different puppet.
Okay, then the one you're talking about is different. He's the leader, and then Pinhead was my favorite.
Okay, yeah.
And he was a big muscular puppet with a little tiny pinhead. There was
Whoa. These people sound like they're based on other...
no, these are puppets.
But they're puppets based on other...
We'd have
you
to look
He
it up.
said Knife Hand. You said Pinhead. Freddy Krueger and Pinhead are already characters.
I almost bet that the first Puppet Master might pretty close. I mean, if it didn't predate, it was around the same time as all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little guy who looks like a Third Reich soldier.
Let me see.
With flamethrower hands.
That's Torch.
yeah.
And then there's Leech Girl who spits
Oh,
out
yeah,
leeches
that
and
was
that
so
kills
fucking
people.
creepy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so here's why we.
this
But
fucking shit.
here's what's great about it. It is from Fangora is now making it. They promise it to be one of the bloodiest movies made, and the star of the movie, Tom Lennon. I'm totally in.
Wait, so
Who?
Tom Lennon.
I don't know who that is.
Officer Dangle
Come on.
Officer Dingle?
Yes.
from Reno 911?
Oh, okay. yeah.
Tom Lennon, who's in everything,
Yeah.
who produces,
Did he
writes,
fucking
and
write it?
He's good.
No, but
He's solid.
Udo Kier, which if you look him up, he's like a bad guy in everything. Charlene Yee, I think that's how you pronounce it. She is most notably Michael Cera's ex-girlfriend that was in all the. She's the awkward Asian
the
girl.
Weird one.
Nelson Franklin, who was the tall guy with glasses in New Girl that dated her for a little while.
Oh yeah.
And then a slew of other
Who was
like
her cousin?
yeah
Right.
movie actors.
Do you want the rundown?
Look at these puppets.
All right.
Yeah, they're great.
It's Blade, which is the leader guy with the black hat.
Yep.
Then Pinhead, you were talking about. Jester, which I remember him.
Yeah, he had the spinny face.
Yeah.
How Jester's dead.
Nope.
You see that movie?
No, I wouldn't.
I don't remember Tunneler. Six Shooter is the one I remember. He's a cowboy with.
He came out in the second one.
Yeah, he looks like Woody.
Yeah.
Technically the third,
Or
according to
third.
this.
Okay, maybe I knew he wasn't original.
Leech Woman.
She was
Torch,
original.
Decaptron.
Yeah.
What?
These are getting weirder.
Then they get to where there's retro. There's retro versions of them.
Genji, Sheder Khan, Mephisto,
Mephisto.
Dr. Death.
Did you just say Mephisto?
Yeah, Mephisto.
Like the devil?
Dr. Drill Sergeant, Cyclops, Retro Blade, Retro Pinhead. Okay, we're going
Yeah.
retro
So yeah, they
now.
had
Okay.
the original version.
Ooh, they got a ninja.
Yeah. I mean, I love.
Either way,
I love.
this
those
is
movies.
like if you've never watched them, they're all the same. So just watch one. That's fine.
There's 13 of these.
It's insane.
That's more than Freddy.
I know
more
I've-
than Jason.
I know I've seen at least 4 of them. I can't tell you what happens. I don't know how they kill them all, but I have watched at least.
They don't
4.
kill them all because they keep coming back.
So you said this is going to be a super bloody movie, like
Big
more
time
than
gory.
Quentin Tarantino, because he likes to put a lot of blood.
Yeah. No.
Just
Well,
in
I mean,
crazy places throughout his movies.
well, I mean, I do believe that the battle against the Crazy 88 might be the bloodiest scene ever filmed for mainstream movies. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is gory, like very gory.
See, I'm not into gory movies. I'm into like
I'm into it if they're done
jump
like
out
this.
and get ya.
Yeah.
Like this is clearly, if you watch the trailer's amazing. It's a tongue in cheek. It's making fun of itself, and
so
still,
you're gonna
It could be
watch
good.
it.
I'm going to
I'm
watch
sure
it.
he will.
Okay.
I'm going to watch it.
Speaking of puppets, here in a couple of weeks we have that one puppet movie coming out with
Happy
Brian
Time
Henson.
Murders.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
that trailer looks really funny.
With what's her name, Melissa McCarthy is the
Yeah.
star of it.
I think
Yeah.
there's an actual place in California where they have these like Happy Time puppets
Okay.
that people can go to, and it's like
Did
an
somebody get
interactive show.
murdered?
I don't know what it's like.
Oh,
It's some sort of like
puppet dinner theater.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a puppet dinner
I'm
theater.
into it. I'd do that.
That'd be fun.
It's it's got a lot to live up to to be an adult puppet movie. I mean, Meet the Feebles was Peter Jackson's opus.
That's a weird
fucking
trailer.
movie.
And then there was I can't remember the name of it. Seth Green had a great adult TV show on
Greg
Fox.
the Bunny.
Oh, Greg the Bunny was
That was pretty
brilliant.
solid.
Greg
man.
was pretty solid.
Igget, the Dracula, they wanted to youth him up in it, and they wanted him to say "I" and wear a gold chain and stuff. Or
Yeah.
first it was silver and it hurt him, and then he had to put a gold chain on, and they kept saying, "Now you want to go up and tell the kids that you agree with them?" He goes, "Okay, I can read that. I hear what you're saying, Igget." And they go, "It's I." No, it clearly says Igget. That's
good
brilliant.
stuff.
Staying on puppets since we're already here.
Yeah.
You see the redoing Alf? Or maybe rebooting,
Oh, my
maybe
God.
sequeling
No.
Alf?
No.
Oh, Lord.
Oh no.
Why
So-
is that a thing?
I don't
That's
know.
weird.
I-
don't like cats. That's
How was
everyone's
that?
First off,
How
they
was that a
protected
show?
that.
How was
They-
that a show
Alf's
in the
great.
first place?
Yeah, and they kayfabed it for so long. Like, they would never let the puppet be seen by anyone other than on set and stuff. It was like, he might be real. No, he's a fucking puppet.
Yeah.
We get
Either
it.
way, you guys are all wrong. Alf is great.
I loved Alf. He ate cats.
Yeah,
No,
and I hate
it
cats.
wasn't a
And he,
Great-
and he
It- I-
played baseball with fish and a hammer.
Oh, really? I
Yep.
don't remember that.
That was their big game on Melmac. I can't think of the name of it.
Either way, so I didn't realize this, but Alf ends like super dark. So there's
Oh.
a chance that it might come back as a sequel because it ends that he's supposed to go away, and there was rumors that the show was going to get canceled. So they wrote in that Alf gets captured by Area 51 at the
Finally.
very end of the final episode. They're like, well, they can't cancel us now, but ABC was like, fuck you, we'll cancel you anyways. So it's supposed to pick up from there. Fun fact: the dad in that got caught smoking crack and having sex with dudes.
Yeah, yeah. I knew that.
Oh.
Willie.
Yeah.
What's the problem with that?
Yeah, is that wrong?
I mean, that's what I'm
I
saying. Having
gotta
sex with
tell ya.
dudes, but the
is that
crack
not,
part's
is that
in it.
not your Saturday?
No.
There was also a great prequel cartoon that was that was awesome.
Yeah, and apparently there was a made-for-TV movie a couple years later that really bombed. Has Martin Sheen in it.
Huh.
I read about
That's a
it,
weird
and it
term.
looks stupid.
Martin Sheen. You wouldn't think he was
either
down
way.
on his luck.
I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. This is probably though before he was the president.
I bet he needed to pay his taxes or something.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
That's when he found out Emilio
I'll check it out.
Estevez
Hey,
was his son.
I loved Alf.
I'm going to watch the new Magnum PI, so I will check out the new Alf.
Oh, I'm down
boy.
for that
I
because
don't want to, but I won't watch.
I love
it.
Magnum.
it's got all the same
doesn't have a
stuff that
stash.
Hawaii Five-0 has, and I'm a sucker for Hawaii Five-0.
He might grow one. I bet there'll be
And
jokes
I love
about
the
it.
original Magnum PI.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, me too, man. It's one of my favorite.
I should go with a stash, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, you don't think?
Especially if
Yeah.
you want Kelly to leave you.
Yeah. No, keep it. Dude,
Only if you bring it down to the end.
Oh, I would have to do a Selleck style.
Hey,
You could do mutton chops.
You're the
should
man
do
of the
mutton
house.
chops,
You wear
too.
whatever the fuck
Oh
you want
yeah,
to
bring
get
out
there.
your
right.
sideburns a little bit and just have this.
Oh, the Emerald Burnside.
Tom or
Rose
Bender,
Spencer.
we'll turn to you. Do you got anything? What did you bring to the table today?
I brought an interesting story I read last
we'll be the
week.
judge of that.
I thought it was interesting, and I particularly thought it was interesting for Missy. So, did you see this? It was all over the place for a while there.
Did you see this?
like
This
herpes.
is in the news
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Stephen King's son, Joe Hill.
Yep, Joe Hill. Yep,
He threw a
right.
pretty interesting theory out there about Jaws on the 40th anniversary of Jaws in 2014.
All right.
Okay.
He was watching it with his son in the theatrical release, and he came across a woman in one of the scenes where we're all getting onto the ferry to go to wherever. Anyways, it's a lady with a blue bandana.
You're painting an epic picture.
Nah,
Yes.
no. Lady in blue bandana. Anyways, bottom line is same year, same time that Jaws was being filmed, they found a murdered woman with her head smashed in and her hands cut off on the beach in the same area that Jaws was filmed. And he was reading about the story and then was watching the movie and saw an extra just walking around in the background.
No shit.
With a blue bandana, same build, same body style and everything. And he was like, he connected them together. But even he says that it's a pretty far leap and jump, and he opened up this like black hole on the internet where
Oh,
everybody's
yeah.
diving into it. And I thought it was pretty interesting.
That is
And
interesting.
The other thing I thought is there's this whole book on. I know Missy's a true crime fan.
I am.
She's a true fan of true crime.
There's a whole book on internet sleuths who go around and just
She wants that as
dig
her new
up
job.
cold cases, and I brought it up for you because
So-
Yeah.
When I work from home, I watch the Today Show, and just by fault, Megyn Kelly comes on after. Which
okay.
bec-
I
It's
won't
just
hold
on.
you to it.
It's just on.
I won't
It's
hold you
just
to
on.
it by fault.
It's just on. I don't normally pay attention. I might look at it here and there, but she had someone that is a genealogist on. Was it
Yeah.
yesterday? That does the DNA. Like
Yeah.
she gets information
She's a
from
DNA
DNA.
detective.
And, yeah, and I'm
Like
like
Bones.
I'm like I miss my calling in life. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to do that shit.
So the name of the book is called The Skeleton Crew, if you want to look it up. But anyways, what caught his attention was when he was reading that is the lady's got a blue bandana on and she's wearing jeans and all this stuff. And around
What are the odds?
the same time that the film was the extras were being shot and all these people were coming in and standing around, she
Why
disappeared.
would you shoot your extras? Just pay them
The
like a normal.
the extra disappeared.
She disappeared around the exact same time that they were shooting
What?
that. And they've never been able to identify her because her head was smashed in and they cut her hands off so they could never fingerprint her. And then also they cannot figure out who this extra was in the movie. Nobody's ever came forward and said, that's me or that's my aunt.
Well, that person
or
also
that's
might
my
be
mom.
dead from something else.
But you
too.
think like maybe a family member. If you were in a movie, you think you would tell
Don't
like
most
your niece.
extras like
Have to sign
Yeah,
something,
sign
get paid
something.
something. You know what? I bet
necessarily.
loosely back
Not in
then
the
they'd be like, "Here's
70s.
$100, or
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
$25. Come on, walk
And that's the
through."
thing. They try to get a hold of the person who's in charge of like all the extras, and I forget exactly. It's deeper in the story, but they don't have the records. Bottom line, and they've reconstructed it. It's got a little bit of weight and a little bit of water to it.
They
and-
should totally make it a documentary on Netflix.
Yeah.
So I can watch it.
Speaking of that, there was a cool one.
I just thought it was really
kind of
interesting. Yeah,
loosely
that is.
related. That guy that was on. We watched it on Netflix. A guy that was convicted of arrested for murder.
Yeah.
Got off of the murder because his alibi that he was at a Dodgers game.
Yeah.
And he didn't have any proof
that
of
was a
it.
good story.
Except Larry David was filming there, and they checked all of it and found him in the scenes of that episode of
Wow.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
And he got off. It
Yeah,
was
he got
amazing.
off for it. Yeah.
That's
that's a
crazy.
great episode too.
Yeah.
The carpooling.
Yeah. But if you're looking at a blowjob at a reasonable price, yeah, that's a good
I
one.
feel like, I've been watching this new series on Netflix called Killers, and it's all about people that,
Killers.
No, it was confession tapes that I just finished watching. And it's people that confess, but or almost coercing
Coerced,
to confession.
Yeah.
And it's just the right storm of events where they fall in line with being an actual suspect, and then they are just intimidated and broken down mentally, and they end up confessing over something that they
didn't really
do. Yeah. And I was like, what a shitty thing.
I think that's what happened to the what is it? The New York
Unabomber?
5. No, the
Memphis 3.
Central Park 5 was five black kids that were convicted of raping.
I think that's a documentary too.
I think
on
it
Netflix.
is. I think it's on HBO. But they were convicted of definitely rape, but I don't know if they murdered the girl or not. Basically, the police coerced them into saying they were all underage. They were between the ages of 13 and 17, and the police was were just coerced them into doing it, or saying that they did it, and they all admitted to it. And then 30 years later, the DNA evidence comes out that they were all innocent. And they were like, "Yeah, we said we were innocent, but they forced us to do it."
I mean, when I was watching this series, I'm like, this is a fear now of mine, an irrational fear. But what if I'm just out and about one time by myself and I happen to be close to something?
I think you're okay because you're a woman.
Well, yeah, because all these people were
It's usually
on
white
this.
dudes.
That's
or just dudes in general.
It's funny you say that.
I could be like Eileen Warnos.
Missy and I recently went to watch Joe Rogan, which was my Father's Day gift, and he talks about the difference between men and women pretty heavily in it. And one of the things is hey, we kill people. Women don't kill people. He goes, look it up. He goes, there's not a lot of women killers. They also don't invent things. But he had it was a good show.
It was good.
Who was it that opened up for him? It was Anthony or Andrew. I can't think of his last name, but he's on that new show.
McCabe.
He's on that stand-up show on Showtime that's pretty getting good reviews about the Comedy Store. Satori or Santino, Andrew Santino.
Santino.
Yeah, Santino. Yeah, Andrew Santino. He was hilarious too.
Santino Morella.
No, but Joe, I tell you this. I told you earlier. That was a very bro-centric crowd. And he's not a very bro person. He's just in shape. Yeah. That's a difference,
Yeah, but he's got a bro following.
Yeah, well, he does. But I will say this.
Has to do with the weed.
He makes it clear in there that he is not a right winger. He makes it clear that he's not a left winger.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. He says he's definitely not far right.
He's right down the middle.
He never says I'm not far left, but what he does do is use words like faggot, and they talk about gay people and how things are gay. And
there was a lot of gay jokes with the term faggot used by both comedians.
And he started it because but man, Andrew Santino though, he ended, I'm not going to rehearse his bit on here or rehash his bit, but he ended on the only male he's ever been attracted to, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes, we all are,
and
right?
he ends it on a 5-minute monologue of what their date would be like, and it's fucking hilarious. And it's not one joke. Yeah. It's like describing the perfect date, only it's The Rock. And it's hilarious.
I wonder if Dwayne Johnson knows that he does a bit like that.
He has to.
Is he that famous?
This dude's famous enough. He's one of the bigger touring comics.
He tours with Joe Rogan, so someone
He's
would
a big
have
touring comic. He also, Joe starts his whole night on it. He was doing a podcast months and months back where he made a joke, made light of pro wrestling by calling it pretty gay.
Okay.
And he said, I've got more death threats about that than anything I've done. And he breaks it down. He goes,
from wrestling fans?
He goes, but here's the deal. He goes, I don't hate pro wrestling, but it is pretty gay.
No, what he said was, you can be gay, you can be a wrestling fan, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. But he was pretty funny. It was well worth it. He's very animated. If you've never watched a stand-up special, he's a very physical comic. Huh. He had an old tiger bit that he went into that he's retired, but this one, it was more about his cats, watching his cats, how his cats just walk around with their tail up in the air like, eat my asshole, fuck you, and he's got all kinds of little physical bits, but it was well worth it. I'd say 6 out of 6 on
this
show.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of the other good comedians that you and I saw together was Anthony Jeselnik. He was hilarious, but he kept doing something
either
weird.
really like him or really don't.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah, because he's a shock one.
And he fills the crowd out, so the more the crowd cheer for his jokes, the more he goes for it.
Yeah.
And he goes, fuck around, St. Louis, you're bulletproof. And then he made a reference to the Chicago Blackhawks and people booed, and he goes, I knew I'd fucking get you.
The only thing that I didn't like about Anthony Jeselnik is he did something weird with his mouth. Like, he kept cranking his bottom jaw back and forth. Like, cocaine users. Like, he was he was,
Hey,
cooked up
man,
for
whatever
the night.
gets you going.
It's a hell of a
I
drug.
guess, but I was like, he's definitely on something.
Speaking of famous people and coming to town, I just saw, and you said The Urge earlier, and it made me think of it. Steve Ewing is like a...
Did you
participating in his
see
first,
that?
like, muscle man competition?
Do you know what I thought?
Bodybuilding competition. Yeah.
I
That
thought-
dude is fucking jacked.
He always has been.
Yeah,
I mean, I know he's always been fit, but, like, what is he? He's got
Steve Ewing,
close
friend
to
of the show.
50.
He says it in there. He's 47.
He's 47.
Is he?
Yeah.
Woo,
But
good for you, man.
I thought somebody took a bodybuilder's body and
So, I thought
put
it was a
his
joke,
fa-
too.
put his face on it.
Look at every bodybuilding competition. It looks like people's faces
Yeah.
are superimposed
Yeah,
on their body.
it's
they're-
because of the oil all the way up to the head.
and how much they're stressing.
Yeah.
Your face gets pale when
Yeah.
you
I wonder how he did. I mean,
Taking a shit.
I don't know. He looks great, though, so good
Oh
for
yeah,
him.
he's very good. I tell you what, he ain't eating a lot of his own hot
I was
dogs.
going to say, he's definitely not eating that mac and cheese dog.
we
no,
are.
carbo load right before the competition.
Unfortunately, we have to miss their concert on Friday.
Oh.
I have to take Kaylin to Sam Smith.
Wait, hold on. You go on New Year's, though, right?
No, we go
I mean,
every time.
Thanksgiving.
Christmas
go
show.
every
You
Yeah.
gotta take her to
Yeah.
see Sam Smith. Take her
Well,
shoelaces
first-
away.
Yeah.
What? The what?
Sam
Suicide.
Smith, the one like sings all the sad ballads.
Yeah.
He's got love songs.
Yeah, but he's got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's not depressed.
Who's his boyfriend again? He's on that 13 Reasons
The
Why.
kid from 13 Reasons
Yeah.
Why, the
How old's
jock.
Sam Smith? I know nothing about these new
I don't know,
age
younger
kids.
than us.
You know his songs.
I know him. His songs are good, but yeah, I agree with Tom that, like, Jesus Christ.
There's a
When
new
they just
thing
give
with
out razors when you get there.
There's a new thing with concerts, by the way. So two of the concerts that we've bought her tickets for, send us a free CD for every ticket we've bought.
That's cool.
I've had that happen a couple times.
That's patting yourselves. Is
Yeah.
what that is. Like,
That's kind of
That's
nice.
nice
though.
though.
like including your song on every or your album on every iPhone. That's like patting yourselves.
Well, that's patting U2 sales.
Yeah, but I mean, this is too. I mean, I'm sure they count that for themselves.
Yeah,
Sure,
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, it's cool. I wish it'd be vinyl for
I don't
Kaylin.
understand going to like sad people concerts though. Like I
They're
feel like
not
I'm sure
sad.
he's got
These
some
are
beats
love
on it.
Yeah, he
songs.
doesn't have all
They're
sad.
love
well, like
songs.
there's you guys aren't big country fans, but like Eric
I am.
Church,
She's
like
a
if you
huge
listen
country
to
fan.
like
Oh,
Eric
tell him
Church
your country
songs,
song.
Springsteen.
I feel like after like 5 of them, I'm like, okay, can we go home?
Yeah.
When we were in Nashville,
You know?
when we were in Nashville, we went to Tootsie's, and if you've never been to
I've been there.
Nashville,
It's cool.
Yeah, it's a
like
good time.
the oldest bar in
Yeah.
Nashville.
It's a tourist trap bar.
Yeah.
But
you can't get out.
it was you really cannot. And you bring a country star in there that's filming a video, like when we went, it became a death trap.
So who was it again?
It was Jake Owen. He was filming in the back alleyway.
I've heard of that guy.
Oh, Jake Owen.
And
I
he
don't know
came
which one
through and closed down because almost every bar has 3 levels, you know.
Yeah.
So they were filming the video on the lower level that exited and entered out into the street level. We were on the main level, and they kicked all the people out, and then brought on a whole bunch of extras to go down on the bottom level. But they kept letting people into the bar, and I
Well-
feel like that was a poor choice because
Yeah.
you're closing off a whole section.
Yeah.
Well-
And it became we felt
I can't breathe.
Yeah,
And his name's not Jake Owen, right? It's Jale.
it's Jake Owen.
Is it Jake Owen? Because I
Yeah.
thought that's why. I thought it was so. Because she sent me.
Jackal Owen?
She said no. Jale.
That would be
I
awesome.
thought you said J.
Oh,
K
jail?
L E.
Yeah.
No, oh, did I mistype it?
Well, yeah, the second time. Because you said Jake Owen's in here. And I know Jake Owen from the founding member of Cannibal Corpse, the metal band.
okay.
I go, fucking Cannibal Corpse guys, they're filming a video?
I had no idea
You
what
know who Cannibal Corpse is?
I didn't know he was a
like-
solo
I
act.
have no idea what you're talking about, but no.
Yeah, she sent me a picture. Not that guy.
Not
this
that
guy.
guy.
I was like, oh, I have no clue who that is.
Tootsie's a cool bar.
That was my favorite bar. The
Did you
other,
go there in the morning?
No.
Because if you go like the next day, like
Did you drink
could do,
all day?
Yeah.
Well, we drank all day when we were there. But if you go there in the morning, like if you were an up and coming singer for like $5, you can stand up there and sing a song.
Oh, really?
And, like,
They make a killing on that.
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
people are forced to listen to you sing no matter how good or bad you are
Yeah.
because you're eating breakfast and drinking Bloody Marys.
Right.
Yeah, but that's like open mics. I mean, that's all
yeah,
it
it's-
is. I mean, people
It's
are
still
forced
terrible,
to
though.
do it.
We were
These
at-
fucking people are like having their like 8-year-olds up there singing.
Oh, that is a
Tootsie's
tough
was the only bar we went into every day we were there.
yeah, that's
Cool.
a cool bar.
Yeah, it's good.
I
Good
liked
time.
it.
All right, well, you got anything else, Bender, before we throw it over to Tommy and see what he says?
What did I? Oh, I'm excited. There's a comic book. It was just you and I, basically. But Old City Blues is a comic book that I was reading, and it's getting made into a streaming TV show now. It's set in 2049, future Athens, Greece. It's pretty cool. I wanted to give it to you. And,
I have to check it out.
yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's very Blade Runner-esque.
All right.
But I guess since you've never read it, it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter.
Yeah, I will check it out.
Yeah.
All right, Thompson.
You want to talk about the PGA?
Yeah, let's talk about what we both took a spin at the PGA Championship last week. You and I.
So Bender was saying earlier about how he didn't want to go, and I like golf. I'll watch the majors, but getting on a bus and being stuck in a huge crowd was something that sounded terrible to me.
Yep.
But everybody throughout the week was talking about the practice rounds.
It was awesome. Practice round was awesome.
Yeah, and so when did you go?
I went on Wednesday.
Okay.
And I follow Bruce Koepka around, and Brooks Koepka, and Scott Turner up the road can vouch for me. I said, I think Brooks is going to win this. Watching him, I said him or Ricky Fowler. And Ricky Fowler, I thought first day, because they were the only two that were doing well on the practice round.
Sure.
They were just eating the course up. And I like Brooks because he looks like a linebacker.
Yep.
But go ahead, and I'll tell you about my practice round. Unless you want me to tell you practice.
Kelly kept on, we'll go back to it. Kelly kept on talking about me whining about, like, I kind of wish I went, kind of wish I went, kind of wish I went. She's like, because I had a lot of opportunities to go, and I kept turning them down. Yeah. And then finally this guy on Friday is like, hey, I'm selling Sunday for $100. Is anybody interested?
Oh, that was a good deal, man.
Sold.
And you got to almost see history.
I did, and the only other time in my life, so we camped out like at 17. The only other time in my life where my eyes and my brain were like, this is like one of the most famous people in the world. Oh, yeah. Is the Pope. When I saw Tiger walk in, I mean, just like, I've never felt that kind of buzz about a human being before.
If you don't think Tiger's still one of the most notable athletes and popular golfers of all time, he got a standing ovation from the whole world for finishing second. As he walked off. Because everybody's like, and I got to tell you, I know it's not what it used to be. There's a thralls of golfers now that are good because they loved Tiger when they were kids.
Sure.
But I got to tell you, if he keeps putting up numbers like he did, he's going to make some people collapse from being Tiger.
Yeah.
People still aren't quite certain that he's really Tiger yet, but it's a pretty fucking good performance. He's one bogey away from...
It was the lowest round he's ever had in a major.
64.
And
he shot 2 bogeys. And they were makeable bogeys. He could have walked away with a 62 and won the tournament.
He got a bogey on 17, I think.
He got a bogey on 5 and 17.
So 17, where I was lined up, we saw his ball go into that like kind of creek area. Yeah. And so I've got pictures of it.
And the worst filming job of all time.
Yeah, it was.
Lady in the straw hat down in front.
Killing me. But I'll show you guys later too. After his group went through, was Ricky Fowler, who was out of it by then.
Yeah.
And John Rahm, who's kind of the European version of Ricky Fowler, a young gun that hasn't won a major yet, but everybody thinks he will. And he hit a ball like 5 feet away from me. And so I ran over by the ball, and I got like as close as Bender is to me now where I could touch him. I could basically touch him. Yeah. And then like obviously backed up to give him some space. But it's cool that you're so close to these famous guys, and they're like not phased at all. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, I would kill somebody. I would kill somebody if they had to have a golf shot.
Oh yeah. Well, my biggest takeaway from the whole week was as he was cutting across the fairway, I go get him, Phil, and he looked at me and he goes, thumbs up, baby.
Awesome.
And I looked at Scott Turner, and Scott Turner said, "You're best friends with Phil Mickelson."
Well, I will say this to you two who didn't go.
How old is Phil Mickelson?
44.
Yeah, he's mid-40s. Yeah.
It's like basically day drinking all day. And it's very relaxed.
In fact, we started drinking at 9 when they weren't supposed to. We didn't camp. So we got there right at 7:30, okay, so we could see Daly play. Because I've seen Daly play. He's around Springfield, Branson all the time. But we got down. We wanted to see him. We wanted to get there. We thought because of how hot it was going to be that the big guns were going to go early.
Yeah.
But they threw a curveball at us. They all went late. So we left as Phil, Tiger, and Spieth all started coming onto the course. Okay. We saw Justin Thompson, Dustin Johnson, Sergio Garcia, and Phil for a little bit, and then Brooks and Fowler and those guys, which are big guys, don't get me wrong.
Was there anybody you missed that you wanted to see?
I would have liked to have seen Tiger, but to go with what you started with, as the crowd started filing in around 10:30 or 11, and it got harder, especially when the golfers were trying to cut from fairway to fairway, or from tee box to, or green to tee box, it got so congested when they do that because they move the ropes so they can come through. And me and Scott both looked at each other and like, sounds like Top Golf is in our future. So we went to Top Golf. And
I was jealous that you guys were there.
And Top Golf was a blast. But yeah, I just, with the heat and the crowd, I mean, the whole, if you didn't read any of the national stories, not just the local stories, but the golfers were praising Bellerive and St. Louis. They said there was more kids than they've ever seen and bigger, more courteous crowds than they're used to.
Yeah, Tiger Woods never compliments crowds. And he was fawning all over our city.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. Like it really
if you
does.
take St. Louis City out of the picture, we're not a bad
we're not
area.
bad. But like so
the Metro East, I guess.
Just north.
Well,
City.
so the
Just
PGA's big. So the PGA's big push to get inner city and younger kids that can't afford it to learn golf and maybe give them another outlet. That started in St. Louis from a charity, and they stole it. They gave credit. They said this is where we got it from.
First tee, I believe. Was
and so I mean, they did a good job. It was just I had also had the chance to go on Friday, and I loved being there 7, 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock, though, if I would have had to deal with that all day, because you've got these thousands and thousands and thousands of people on the smallest areas possible you could get.
Sure. Yeah.
And the bigger the golfer, like, for instance, your complaint, or somebody made the comment, I think it probably was Bender, you just, being a short guy, when you got, the closer you were to him, the harder it was to see if you weren't in the front.
It was only bad, though, the last 3 or 4 groups. The rest of the day, I could see everybody, and I got some great shots up close with John Ram, Adam Scott, who's
I saw Adam Scott,
and then this random Asian guy earlier. Like I couldn't tell you his name, but I got photos of. And if you guys are interested, if you're not,
I got them too.
Jordan Spieth, Rory, DJ, Tiger. It was cool. But for the non-golfers, we were right by a bathroom.
Yeah,
we were right by 2 beer tents. Yeah, Bellerive did a really good job.
It didn't even look like Bellerive. There's so much buildings.
Yeah,
and they built a mall.
Yeah, I think
as
it was
a store.
2 football stadiums long.
The store. Yeah. It was a department store, and every department was a different brand.
I didn't even go in it because of the crowd.
I got a shirt and a hat. I went in it right away.
I did get a shirt later, but
I'll tell you this though, they weren't supposed to serve beer until 10 o'clock. We started drinking at 9. Because some of the stands you go to, you pulled your own thing out.
Yeah.
If you just pulled it out and opened it right away, they go, hey, we're not supposed to sell that to you, but you already opened it. So we just kept going back to that one.
There you go. They said that there was an extra 80,000 people in St. Louis this last week.
I believe it. I believe it.
But overall, there was 400,000 people that went to the tournament.
That's unbelievable.
So that's insane.
That is crazy.
And they brought in $100 million.
Also, put that in perspective.
That's awesome.
He talked about the slight discomfort of getting to the event because you couldn't park within 2 miles of it.
Well, getting to the event wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was
coming
not
home
bad.
was a nightmare.
Yeah, coming home was much worse, and but getting there and back because you had to go to one of a couple locations like Westminster Academy.
Yeah, what did you do?
We did that.
Okay,
we
I
actually
did the 10 lot.
We parked and then Ubered to Westminster.
Okay.
And then Ubered away from Westminster because we didn't know what it was going to be like, and that ended up being Topgolf. So that's where we went. Yeah.
So I don't like golf, but I feel like that would just have been an experience. Like, I would have liked to have gone because just seeing everyone, all the big names, and like just the whole experience overall.
Yeah.
I think would have been
when
awesome.
you see Tiger Woods, you're standing near a billionaire. As close as you're ever going to get to a billionaire. And I've been to a PGA event, but this was not a PGA event. This was a major.
Yeah, I would say it sounds like in sometime in the 2030s, which obviously is a long way away and lots can happen, that we'll either get another PGA championship or a Ryder Cup, which I think would be a shit ton of fun.
Yeah.
That would be.
They are talking about us getting the Ryder.
Is there another course that they would play besides Bellerive?
So the one problem is St. Louis doesn't really have a really good course besides Bellerive, and there are a lot of issues with Bellerive.
Yeah. But they were praising
complaining how easy it was.
Well, that wasn't Bellerive's fault. They thought it was going to be the hardest major of the year, and then 2 inches of rain fell on it and slowed everything down.
Well, they didn't think it'd be as hard as the U.S. Open.
Well, no, there was some people that were saying
and there's also like no super cool view. There was a couple things I read was like this is the 100th year or whatever. It should have been like on a cool landscape. But it's a country club course. So.
But what
the fairways were way easier than they expected. A lot of guys said it was like teeing the ball up again.
Yeah, if you hit it straight, it wasn't challenging. It was just like, but that's what made it fun though, because the leaderboard was so good.
Well, they were predicting 20 under, and they got 16 under. So I think that's a win. Yeah.
But Bellerive can't go really any longer than it already is, and all the other like quote unquote nice courses around here, like Old Warson, St. Louis Country Club, they're not big enough for these guys who are hitting 360.
Didn't know Old Warson's had it, but not a major. It's had a PGA
They had a U.S.
event.
Open and like
a
60.
long time ago.
Yeah.
But
and now golfers hit it
They've
That's back when golfers were
they've
like-
had senior tour come through, but no major. I mean, major has to be major. And Belle Reve, people were praising the whole experience. I mean, it was a good time.
The worst thing that could happen would be if we get a regular stop at somewhere like St. Albans, because then it won't be like the Tiger Woods won't show up to it. It'll be like random guys, and it would be like you said. You've been to a PGA event before. I would have no interest in doing that.
Yeah, I got free tickets when I went
for
the first day of one. It was fun.
Anyway, Ryder Cup.
Tiger was also there though, so that was 7-8 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, that was.
Tiger's only been here once before, and that was on September 11th.
Is that when that was?
So we had.
It wasn't 10.
So on September 11th.
Maybe Tiger
2001?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, maybe
so Belle Reve had what was called the BMW Championship, which is like a playoff tour event. Not to get too golf nerdy. And September 11th, he was on Belle Reve's course when it happened. He's talked about it. And then we got that same tournament again.
2010-ish?
Oh, that would have been the one that I went to.
And that's
with
not
Carter once.
That's not a major though. It's a
no. It was a that's what I said. It was a PGA event, not a.
Yeah.
But that's a better one than a regular one because that's just top 7.
The Ryder Cup would be awesome.
Ryder Cup is the way to go. Do you guys all know what the Ryder Cup is?
USA versus
USA
the world.
versus Europe.
That's cool.
Yeah,
all I know is it's
intense.
Specific players. They have to somehow
top 8,
and you're allowed to be. It's more of a regular traditional sport crowd where you can be a little louder, a little more obnoxious.
Yeah. And Americans are known to be really obnoxious for it.
Yeah.
Is it top? We get yelled.
It's 12 versus 12.
Yeah. So it's the top 8 and the 4 captain picks, and Furyk's going to pick. He most likely will pick Mickelson, Woods, and I mean it would be amazing if they weren't on it.
Yeah,
it would be unheard of. And Tiger went from 20th to 14th or 11th in rankings. He's not going to make it in the top 8. But guys in the 60s have been picked before, so it's not shocker that he makes it. So overall, a good event. I give my day a 5 out of 6. I enjoyed that while I was there.
Me too.
Had I been there all day, I would have probably jumped that down to a 3 because it was so hot.
I gave it a 5 out of 6 just because, like you were saying about how hot it was. I didn't drink from like 3 to 5 because I just felt miserable, and I started getting kind of little.
I turned it up at Topgolf though. By the way, we need to go do some Topgolf.
Yeah, I'm all in.
If we do
I
it,
would do that, and I don't even know how to.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and
Neither,
any
bitch.
time after 5, it's $45 an hour. It's like $35 before that.
Yeah.
You can, and that's not like per person. That's to rent your bay.
Yeah.
So it was 2 of us, and we had 3 or 4 beers each.
It's $20.
25 or 35 an hour, something like that.
I think there's
and you can have
different.
Up to 8 people.
There's a different price range for the day of the week and the time that you go.
After 5, that's what I said. After 5,
okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And so we went. We had 2 appetizers, about 3-4 beers each, and played an hour and a half. And they comped us half an hour because they messed up on charging us. And it was after tip was like $100.
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, 4 of us could do 2 hours.
Yeah.
And
Talia would do that.
Well, then 5, 6.
I think they say.
Rachel used to play. Yeah, Rachel used to play golf as a kid.
There's 6 of us.
They 4 people can play one game in like an hour and a half or something like that.
Oh no, that's not. You could 4 people could play one game in 15 minutes if they wanted. It's as fast as you can go.
Yeah.
And like some games, like there's essentially 20 shots to each game.
Okay.
And the games are like just hit it into the holes as points. That's Topgolf. As many holes and as close to the pin as you can get gives you points. There's longest drive, which is only the back hole and the net count.
Okay.
There's chip challenge, which is the first 3, and you have to do it in the order it tells you to do it.
Okay.
There's approach challenges where it's the middle 2. There's a bunch of different games.
Cool.
Fun.
Yeah,
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You definitely need to
I
do it.
enjoyed it a lot.
We should also axe throw.
We got to axe
Yes,
throw.
I want to do that.
I'd be down with that. In fact,
should reach
we're
out to
gonna
those
come
people.
back to this. I have. It didn't work. Nobody
I feel like
returned.
I would be super sore the next day though.
We'll come
Do
put
some
a
push-ups.
put
It'll
a,
be fine.
put a pin in that topic. We're gonna come back to it. Ben or Tom, you got anything else to talk about before we throw it to Missy?
Premier League, you do, right?
How much time we have? Where are we at time wise? Because I still got the game too.
An hour. The game.
I got a game.
He has a game.
Oh yeah, do that.
Well, we don't have to do the game.
All right, tell you what. I'm going to talk about one thing real quick, and then we'll play the game.
Sure.
All right. Finished Mindhunter last weekend.
What'd you
anybody else
think?
watch it?
Well, Missy would love it if we watched it,
Okay.
but we
Is
haven't.
it a Netflix show?
Yes.
Yeah, it's how they invented profiling.
Yeah, profiling for serial killers. And it stars
nice.
Jonathan Groff, who is best known probably for being the King George in the original run of Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not really a documentary.
No, it's a TV show.
It's
based on
loosely,
TV show.
it's loosely based off a guy, but it's
Okay.
not the same guy. But the serial killers that are in the show are
Real
serial
serial killer.
killer.
Yeah.
So we should watch
very,
it.
very solid.
Not watching that.
Yeah.
I don't like
No,
that
he's
shit.
not into that.
Oh,
kind
the
of
serial killer, like one of the guys, who's a real person, cut off his mom's head and fucked her neck.
stuff. Oh,
What the hell?
That is, yep, that happened.
Oh.
That's intense.
which side of the neck?
Didn't get into it, but he did say it's very tough.
No,
Was
when
it
you
the
cut
head
it
part or the
actual-
body
the
part?
head?
Yeah, I know. Now I'm curious.
I know.
I wasn't, but now I am.
If I'm going to hear that
Like,
disgusting story, I at
Did
least
he-
want to know the logistics
I gotta
of it.
know, either way, did he find a hole in the head or the neck?
Yeah,
Or the
Good
body?
the neck muscle. And
Yeah.
he talks about it in detail.
Oh.
Because I feel like you
Wait,
could just
the guy
pump
who
your,
killed her
Yeah.
talks about it?
I feel like you could
Yeah.
just pump your
This shit
penis
is
against something
not
and you're
for
fucking
me.
it. But
Yeah, some of it's intense, man.
Ugh,
We'll have
no.
to check it out, though. I think
would
it'd be
sleep
right
for
up
days.
Anyway.
And celebrities have raved about it. They loved it.
It's
So-
really
what
good.
is it called?
Mindhunter.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix original.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, you did.
Here.
Who wants to play a game?
Me.
Rotten Tomatoes game.
I'm me. Missy is her. And Bender is B.
Him.
So, as we talked
One
about
more.
earlier, kids have gone back to school here. It's August, 14th?
15.
I'm going to give you 10 movies with school in the title.
Let's start with 5 and see how we go from there.
That's fine. All right. Number 1, we talked about earlier. Back to School. We're playing closest to the pin or Price is Right?
Price is Right.
Price is Right rules. All right.
What?
Price is Right.
Bender asked
Nah,
for-
let's just do closest pin. Price is Right. There's too much strategy involved. We like our blind luck.
All right. Closest to the pin.
Missy, you
Back
are
to
up
School.
first. Rotten Tomato score.
Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh,
What
that's
is
right.
it? Is it 10 tomatoes is the top?
No, 80,
1 to
100%.
Oh, 1 to 100.
It's a percentage.
Fuck, it was probably like 42 or some shit.
Okay.
Bender,
67.
I'm going to say 26%.
84%. Back to School's awesome.
Yeah, but it's not a critical darling.
Yeah, no, but Rotten Tomatoes didn't come out until
I feel like
after
it's
that.
more
No, they
of a-
retrograde. They go
Yeah, they
back through
retrograde.
I
all
feel like
reviews.
that's more of a cult classic than it is a...
Wow. Wow, that is
So
unbelievable.
Bender takes the lead here.
1-0 for the Bender. You're next.
Bender, you're up with this one. High School the Musical.
Oh, High School Musical.
With,
Is it High School
Zac
the
Efron?
Musical?
I
Dreamy
think it's a High
Zac
School Musical.
Efron. Yeah.
Oh, he's so dreamy.
He is dreamy.
I'm going to go 46%.
Okay.
I'm going to say 82%.
73%.
50%.
God
I can't talk.
damn.
56%.
That mean-
Bender.
no, wait, what was your guess?
47 or 46.
47.
Oh, yeah, Bender gets 2 points.
You cheated.
The hockey thing has thrown me off.
Number 3. You're up, Jeremy. Old School.
I'm stuck in those 80s, and I don't want to go. I'm going to go 84%.
Okay.
63.
I'm going straight gut here. 76.
Missy takes it 60%.
What? I was really close.
It's a
with that
classic now.
All right. Next up, one of my favorite. Can you name the movie? Cowards!
Goodwill Hunting.
School Ties.
Oh, School Ties is a good one. Yeah,
Underrated
you're up.
movie.
one. Oh, shit.
He was not very Brendan Fraser like when he said
Yeah.
that. There was no burning intensity.
Yes, it
thinks
was.
I
They
look
put a
like Brendan
swastika. He was a
Fraser.
Jewish kid at a prep school. They
No,
put a
I'm saying on you there was no burning intensity.
71%.
Ooh. 89.
I want to say 72% to beat her and not go close to him, but I'm going to say 62%.
68%. Missy,
So I'm
but
close.
another
Got it.
one.
Wow. I said we're going
It's
Price
all
is Right rules.
tied up.
So Price is Right rules.
Now you want to do 10, don't
Yep. No, I'm excited about it. You're up, Melissa.
you? All
Jane.
right. This is going to be the... Oh, we might have a tiebreaker, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll have to.
So who's up?
Missy.
Yes.
No, I just did. I went
Yeah,
first this
she-
last
Oh,
time.
Bender,
then it's me.
Bender, yeah.
Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
Oh, boy.
34.
This was a critical
I was gonna
darling
say
at one point,
32.
and I thought this movie was awful, but I'm going to say 70%.
I'm going to go in between those two knuckleheads and say 54.
Almost had the Price is Right winning horns with the Showcase Showdown. 71%.
Yeah, this is
Really?
That's high for that movie.
Man.
People loved it. Critics loved it.
I really thought Mira Savino was super
All right,
hot.
so
I
we'll
still
just
do.
keep
She got
dingy.
naked in Mighty Aphrodite.
Dingy, though.
Really?
Yeah, she got naked in Mighty Aphrodite, which was a Woody Allen movie, so there's instantly a...
That's why I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
So should we do first to 3 so Jeremy has a chance?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, fine, mine. That'll work. That saves a tiebreaker, I guess. Yeah.
Who's up? You?
Yeah.
School of Rock.
Oh, good movie. Underrated movie.
Good play.
78%.
You say 78?
Mm-hmm.
72.
84.
With the win, John Bender, 91%.
Yeah.
Solid movie.
Wow.
Solid movie. Wow.
If you make a musical out of it, I feel like it's got a high
That's
score.
a good movie.
Solid
It
movie.
really is.
Good movie, yeah. All right. Well, now let's go ahead and not make any ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's throw it to Missy and see if she brought anything.
Who remembers Lieutenant...
She brought something?
She's got something!
I feel like we need like some sort of like.
I think you said who?
Who remembers Lieutenant Einhorn?
Einhorn is Finkle. Finkle
Yeah.
is Einhorn.
Finkel is Einhorn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all hear about this chick?
I know.
Uh-uh.
What's
Sean Young?
Yeah, Sean Young,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so
Wackadoodle.
crazy. So I guess she was fired from some sort of production or whatever, and she's caught on tape stealing in broad daylight stuff from the production, like chairs and...
Wait, the
and-
lady who played Einhorn and Finkel?
Yeah.
Sean Young.
She's like, you watch the videotape, and
Blade Runner.
it's like all the stuff is stacked up on the
yeah.
curb, and her and some other dude are just casually packing the stuff in her
Wow.
SUV, and she's caught on tape. But apparently, I just read that she has been signed on for something else now. So
Well,
Hey, man, you know what?
Winona
But
Ryder.
listen,
Winona Ryder shoplifted, and now we love her in Stranger
listen though,
Things.
True.
Yeah.
she has not aged well at all.
Sean Young? I believe
She
it.
is a wackadoodle. So if you guys don't remember, and I remember this vividly because I was a comic book guy, when Batman came out, the second one, and they were casting for Catwoman, Sean Young was a lot of people's pick to be Catwoman.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, really?
Well, because she was kind of intense, like a wackadoodle is, and pretty sexy at the time. And she got passed up. She made the roundabouts in Catwoman outfits on talk shows and would bomb like press conferences
shit.
Wow.
and
She
say,
didn't get
"You
some-
messed up here," and like, yeah, she's.
So when
there's
I-
a lot
like,
of good stories.
You know, back in the day, though,
Did Michelle
that's
Pfeiffer,
crazy.
Wait, let's break this down. How did Michelle Pfeiffer do that role?
awful because it was an awful movie.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
that's
her fault.
It's
It was
not an
badly-
awful movie.
Oh, it's an awful movie.
It's okay.
No, it's
I don't
as
know.
shitty as a Batman movie has been. It's not as shitty as Batman and Robin, but it features penguins with.
So wait, so you're gonna go Batman Forever over Batman?
No,
Returns?
no. Batman Forever is the worst.
No.
And Batman and Robin, Batman Forever,
Batman Robin.
and then
is-
Batman Returns. But those are all so bad that Batman runs and hides from it, the original. He's like, I don't want to be associated with any of these.
I gotta
films.
be honest, I don't really like the original Batman.
Oh, man, that was a good movie.
Solid
No,
movie.
it wasn't.
What with Jack?
Batman kills people. I don't like it.
Anyway.
Oh Jesus.
He does. That's it. Goes with his whole thing.
Anyway.
Does he kill people?
Yeah. He like throws a grenade and catches it and like throws it right back at the dude. That's murder. Sorry.
Well, she did not age well. She is clearly stealing, but yeah.
So wait. So when I originally read this story, I get the Sean Young and the girlfriend of Chandler's from Friends where he
Oh.
stole. I thought they were the same person.
No, they don't even.
I had to look it up,
remotely
Kathy.
alike.
You remember? No, they are both redheads.
I'm not saying that, but
No,
Wait,
you mean
Janice?
Joey's? Yeah,
Kathy,
Joey.
it was Joey's girlfriend first.
Oh.
and
She was
Chandler
from-
stole her.
She's the girl from
Okay,
that
yeah.
that John Stamos show that we liked there for a while with Josh Peck or whatever his name. Or
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, isn't this the same
I was
person?
thinking it was
because
Janice.
Man, no. I thought it was the same person because I was like, this bitch has not aged well.
Oh my God,
No.
Ace Ventura!
You gotta say, oh my god.
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
yeah. By the way, Sean Young's career pretty solid. You know,
Yeah.
Stripes, Blade Runner, Dune.
Oh, I forgot she was in Stripes.
Doom. Like with the Rock?
No,
That's not a
Dune.
good Dune. I thought you said
Yeah.
Doom.
Sting?
Speaking of, they're bringing Dune back. They're
Kiss
doing another
Before
one.
Dying. 92. She made a lot of movies.
Solid year for
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Well, that's probably the year she looked the best. in
Ace
her life.
Ventura was what, 91?
94.
She has that old
Really?
school movie starlet look.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was
did.
very attractive back in the
She
day.
did. Please look her up, people,
Yeah,
because
not-
she
it's
has
not-
not
How
aged
old
well.
is she? I feel like your age is.
I can tell you real quick how old she is. I have her on the Wikipedia's right here.
She's older than me.
So,
Let me
I
tell you that.
want to talk about
true.
Dan
You
Harmon
look
for a second.
lovely.
Hold on
Thank
one
you.
second. She
You
is
compliment me,
currently-
I compliment you. It's a whole thing we do.
58 years old. By the way, it's not your turn yet. We're still in the throw it to Missy segment for Missy. If she's done, we can move on to Bender.
Yep.
Please.
Bender.
Tom, I'm in the market for a new team if Kroenke takes all of Arsenal over.
Oh, he did.
Is it official now?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Ben, come over to the dark
damn
side
it.
of Man U with me.
No, I think I'm gonna. I'm
Lukaku's,
testing out Tottenham. Testing them out.
That's a good team test out.
Huh?
Yeah, they came in third last year, so I'm gonna give them a shot this weekend.
Harry Kane, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna give you. I mean, obviously I got a kid coming, but I was thinking like September.
I'm going to give
October.
you the kid.
Yeah, you can have him. I mean, honestly, he seems all right.
Yeah, he's going to
don't even
shit
know
and
yet.
sleep a lot, so.
But anyways, I was gonna say we should get together soon, and I'd give you the opportunity to persuade me to come over to the Liverpool side.
Oh, you'll never walk alone. That's all you need to know,
that'd be
buddy.
fine. I mean, I'm gonna test out Tottenham.
Beat
but,
down City on West Ham United.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
They're a fun
So,
team to watch.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Your boy Dan Harmon. I want
Yep.
to talk about him for a second. So I don't even know how I think I heard a Michael McDonald song over the weekend, and I wanted to revisit Yacht Rock. Have we talked about Yacht Rock ever on this show?
Nope.
Does anybody know what Yacht Rock is?
No.
So Yacht Rock was
Was
so,
it a Channel
all right,
101 thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, okay.
And so we all know what Channel 101 is.
Started
Yes.
by Dan
Yep.
Harmon.
Yep. So J.D. Resner, who's somewhat famous, he had a Channel 101 show called Yacht Rock, which is basically like a loosely based adventures of Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, I've heard this. I heard
And
Harmon talk about this.
I hadn't watched him in years, and I watched it, and Dan Harmon is in it.
Yeah.
And so I started reading a little research about it. Not only is Dan Harmon in it, Justin Roiland is in it as well.
Yeah, that's where they all came from.
Yeah,
Rob
he-
Schraub, all of them.
Yeah, he plays Christopher Cross.
Yeah.
Sailing. Oh. Yeah, so I've been listening to a lot of Yacht Rock. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
It's made you
Tom,
happy. It's the
For people
channel.
that
so
can't see, Tom was so excited to tell that story. He's,
Yeah,
it was.
he's
I
like a
was
little
really excited.
kid on
If you're-
Christmas.
yeah.
Just Google or YouTube search Channel 101. There was some smart stuff.
Yeah.
They, unfortunately, Channel 101 was kind of at the end of all these improv groups getting their TV shows like Exit 56 and new or Kids on the Block or New Kids in the Hall and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Sure.
So they never got their show, but boy, they sure put out a shit ton of real famous people.
But they were
Yeah.
on the edge of YouTube becoming like a big thing.
Well,
though, too.
they had their own website
Yeah.
that you could
That's where I
subscribe
used
to
to
and
watch
watch.
the videos, yeah.
Yeah, it was before YouTube. It
Oh,
was
really?
big.
See, I thought
yeah.
it was on the edge of YouTube, like just starting.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why you can still see them there now. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty good. I'm
good
a
stuff.
Harmon fan, man. I'm
Can
a
I
big
ask you a
Mark.
question about Dan Harmon?
Yep.
So is he legitimately getting in shape?
He's been working out hard. He's been trying to get
I mean,
in shape.
you can
yeah.
tell that he's lost weight.
Yep,
but
he has. He's-
Sometimes it's like he's making a mockery of his workouts. And
Well, so the guy that's his trainer is a guy that used to just come to his shows, kind of like Spencer Crittenden is, who's his assistant and got famous and directed some episodes of some of the shows he's done. Yeah, it's a guy that's just a crazy man that come to a show, said, I'll get you in shape, and he keeps him motivated by playing music and yelling at him, and he does it on his work.
sometimes he'll post videos of his workouts.
Every day.
And it's like, well,
Every-
yeah,
every
day.
day, yeah.
But sometimes it's like he's, I don't know, doing some silly ass shit.
he does make
but
it
I guess that's how
funny.
you get it. That's how you kind of like stay in the mode
Yeah.
to work out.
Oh yeah, he's trying his best to lose weight because he admittedly became a fat slob.
Well, and he always has hot girlfriends.
Well, being real
And I
rich
don't know
does
how
that for
hot,
you.
hot girls
Speaking of-
want his fat ass on top of them.
Yeah. Well, they
Speaking
get on top
of guys
of him.
in shape, did you see that trailer for that new Netflix movie with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone?
Oh
Dude
yeah.
is legitimately skinny now.
Oh, but
Oh,
he's
really?
not funny when
Oh, yeah.
he's skinny.
The trailer looks
It's
good.
not a funny movie.
Oh.
It's
Oh, so he
like
gets-
a
he
weird
gets-
sci-fi film.
I guess
but,
he gets serious for serious. Or
No,
skinny
like he's
for
been trying to
serious
lose
for-
weight for years.
No,
but,
there,
like,
he has lost weight, and
yeah.
there's a funny story, or like Robin Williams. A lot of people say every time Robin Williams had a beer, it's a serious role, and anytime Jonah Hill loses weight, it's a serious role.
Yeah.
If he's fat, he's funny. If he's
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
he's like legitimate. It's
So
kind of off-putting.
they came back together, him and Emma Stone.
Yeah, and like a weird Netflix sci-fi. I forget what the name of it is. The trailer is trippy as fuck.
I want to watch that Kelsey Grammer and what's
I
it?
watched it. Like Father?
Yeah, is it good?
Oh, yeah, it was good.
I want to watch it. That was
It
gonna
was,
make us watch it one night.
You can't make me do.
I feel like they forced you to
Nice.
think it was more deep than it really was.
Well, it's a
but
Netflix show.
Kelsey
movie.
Grammer is great.
He's
Kristen,
a great actor.
What's her
Kristen-
Kristen Bell?
Yeah, Kristen Bell. That's why I wanted to watch it. We
good.
like Kristen Bell.
you do.
You do too.
I do
Oh,
too, but
she's
that
very funny.
first colonoscopy you had,
Ah,
and
Kristen Bell
he
was my
like,
nurse.
That nurse looks like Kristen Bell.
don't leave
Like,
me
there's
hanging there,
Kristen
bro.
Bell right
and her
there.
name was Kristen.
Yeah, no, it was good. Rachel and I watched it the other day. It's some of us here have father issues, mother issues, whatever. It hangs
We all-
all out there for you.
Well,
You got a
at
little,
least, I don't know. Well, I think we all have some sort of
Yeah.
parent issues here.
does a pretty good
we
job
do.
of.
I'm surprised I stayed off the pole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. At least the pipe.
Yeah.
It was good though. It's definitely worth watching.
I tell you what, I don't have very much on the throw it to Missy except
you already did.
softball is kind of winding down for us. Soccer's in full swing, and we're kind of overdue for on location or something special, like you were talking earlier.
Yeah, I figured the fall.
So we need to come back. We need to go throw
least a
some
beer
axes.
sauce shot.
We
Sure.
need to go,
Someone's
yeah.
having a baby soon, so we might have to wait till
We're gonna
that
ma-
baby
you're gonna
comes
be
along.
October is going to be.
Are you going to be able to draft on August 29th if we do it?
Our one for his that we do is on the 30th. So that's probably a no for you.
You gonna do
'cause
it
I'm already signed
from
up for
home,
his.
though?
Yeah, I'll draft from
All
home.
right, that's all that matters.
I want to go to Hooters,
It'll
but
just be you and Jason at
We
Hooters.
we
again.
got drunk when it was just me and him that first year.
I mean,
Well, I'm
we
going to
did
try
okay
to.
last year.
There's a chance that Tom will get into it, so there's a better than average chance.
Yeah, I'll do it.
We have-
I'll
we
have
have-
to do it remote. But
We have one spot. Wow, you can't come to Hooters with us?
He's drafting with
yeah.
me the next
Yeah.
day, and
We
he's
have-
in charge of it.
We have one spot that may or may not come open, but I'd say if I were betting man, there's an 80% chance it'll come open. So.
I would say 99. If
Yeah.
it's my brother, it's 99.
Yeah, probably. So that's it. That's all I got. Let's make it happen. Yeah, let's work. I tell you what. Here we go. We'll make the first time you are allowed to get out after the kid's born, like when you can actually get some freedom and go do something.
Yep.
We'll do a podcast somewhere.
Wait.
Okay.
oh, we got the chili cook-off probably coming soon.
No, we do not.
Oh, they're not doing
They
it?
put it at a shitty
How
day.
opposed would your
I'll
wife
tell
be
you.
to us coming and podcasting at the house?
Oh, she'd be cool.
Because
she'd be
you'd
cool.
be there.
She'd be cool.
Yeah, she'd be fine with that. Yeah, we'll come to you. Oh, we'll do a new baby podcast.
you guys see how everybody
Adorable.
Well, people will not see how cute your baby is.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
a podcast.
You know
One of
what's going to be
guys-
funny?
You know what? We could do a little game that
Hey.
Tom can put a game together, and then one of you guys wins a baby at the end.
Hey, I feel like being the
Only if it's Vera.
I feel like
who's
before we
potty trained.
before we
Yeah.
sign off, I'd be remiss to not mention that this podcast was kind of sponsored loosely by Sweetwater,
Sweetwater.
because they're finally in St. Louis and everybody's making a big deal.
They're pretty solid.
It's not the first time I've had Sweetwater. In fact, every time I've flown American Airlines, I've had Sweetwater. I think it's American, might be United,
Yeah.
but they serve Sweetwater, so I've had the 420 and the hot hash on a plane. They're okay.
It's fine. It's
I don't think
forgettable.
I don't think the hype is. I mean,
No,
anytime
I mean,
we
it's
get a new
solid beer.
brewery into our
Sure.
market, people get excited.
I heard it in Hilton Head for the first time, and I was like,
Mother's was bigger for me than this was, but this, I mean, still not bad.
I did. Beer's better, honestly.
I did not like the tropical lover as much as you did.
I didn't have the tropical lover.
Oh, yeah,
I had the other.
This is a
one.
Berliner
I'm not-
Weiss with sour in it.
I'm not looking forward to this pineapple IPA.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna
That's
drink it
pretty
here in
good.
just a
That looks
second.
good.
So yeah, I'm gonna drink it after the
You know what I am
buoy
digging though is this buoy. It
Yeah
is
buoy.
super fucking good.
from
A collaboration
from
from Logboat and Four Hands.
Logboat and Four
So
Hands,
what's in
two
your cup? Can I have a
locals.
drink?
Yeah, two locals. So good job.
yeah, no, it's super good, and I'm really digging these IPLs, the
Indian pale lagers.
lagers.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
it's
newer trend.
funsies.
Yeah. All right, well there you go. That's the whole frickin' episode. So I think it's time to say goodbye, Thomas.
So long.
Farewell. Avida say Tommy.
Let's go, Blues. We'll see you in October.
You gotta follow that.
Hold on to your butts.
Bye.
Yeah.
Ah, you suck.
And the music
More like
is
the Bob Craps.